Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Slayer. Of course, I'm Chris Chaos here with your 411 SmackDown Live edition for June 6th, 2017. We start off the show with Shane McMahon coming to the ring. The 5 competitors for the Money in the Bank women's match is already in the ring. Shane unveils the white Money in the Bank briefcase, which I'm a fan of. Both titles, the Raw title and the SmackDown title, women's titles, are both white. It just makes sense to make the briefcase white too. Some people might throw a huge flag on that. Oh, it's too much of the same. Whatever. It is what it is. And I think it's good. We can just make them all women white. Whatever floats your boat. Basically, everybody starts bitching and arguing, and you get all those particular women. It's just like Talking Smack last week. They're all just going at it. Like, I don't know if they're planning it this way. I don't personally like it. Kind of comes off awful, but in any event, while this is going on, Lana makes her long-awaited debut on SmackDown. Of course, she wants in the match. Everybody snickers and is laughing. Her and Naomi get into it. We'll see how that goes later on in the show. We go to go to commercial, come back. We got a 6-women tag match. The Women's Coalition, as I refer to them. Natty, Carmella, Tamina versus Becky, Charlotte, Naomi. The coalition, or the welcoming committee, if you will, won because of Lana coming in and tripping Naomi on the apron, costing them the match. Naomi goes and demands that she gets a match with Lana now, and said, hey, I'll even put up the title. Which, I'm going to say this is a fail on WWE. They should have, and I have, for years, this has happened. I've come up with an idea or something, and I've said, hey, this is how it should go, and then WWE will do it. Whether it's somebody actually spying on my channel, or my Twitter feed, or there is just somebody that's just as smart as I am in WWE on the creative staff. By God, there's 20 or 30 of them. There should be somebody that's that smart. I said what should happen at Money in the Bank is she should do an open challenge to anyone that is going to be in the women's tournament in July. It gives pub to the tournament, and it also gives somebody that's not on the main roster a spotlighted match, and it gets people talking about the Mae Young Classic that is going on July the 13th and 14th, I believe, or 12th and 13th, something like that. Now, it's just going to be taped. It's not going to be live, but still, it gets people talking. It's not going to be aired until August, which I don't like. I think something that people are going to be this excited about, it needs to be, if it's not aired live, it needs to be, if they tape it, the 12th and 13th, it needs to be aired like the 17th and 18th or something like that. I'm not looking at a calendar, so I don't know what days those are. I think the 12th and 13th is either a Tuesday and Wednesday, or it may be a Wednesday and Thursday, which would probably make a lot more sense being a Wednesday and Thursday, considering they can bring their television production people to Full Sail, or bring them off the road and have them actually produce it. Mojo and Jinder is announced. If Mojo wins, he gets the title. He gets added to the Money in the Bank match. AJ Styles beats Dolph Ziggler with a fantastic finish, back and forth. Absolutely great action between the two. Fashion Files, just hilarious. Straight. These guys are just delivering every time they do this. These guys, I'm going to just go ahead and say it, they're going to be champions before the end of the year. They've got to be. If they can stay this consistent and stay over with the crowd, I mean, there's absolutely no doubt about it. I love the reactions that all of these Fashion File segments is getting, because they are really good. They're really entertaining, and there's a lot of comedy put in this, but let's remember, comedy's always been a big part of wrestling. It's just amplified now with the massive WWE, whatever. Just a couple of things that was on the pegboard. I had to pause the DVR to see this. Here's looking at you, kid, ... man. The picture of, I believe that's Humphrey Bogart looking at Billy Kidman, which was funny. Michael PSA's repeat offender. Had 4 pictures of Michael Hayes on there. The cologne, which is funny. Uso's pick, and right under it says, annoying, which is stupid. Big Boss Man pick, classy Freddie Blassie, Enzo, The Ascension, Tony Chimmel, all classic. The line, Big E, if that is your real initial, that's just, and then the Rompers, them guys in New Day, I mean, that's just money. I think those guys would have a fantastic angle going into like SummerSlam for the titles. I'm not ready to jump on that just yet because I love what the Usos are doing. I'll get that in just a second. The Singh brothers come out, give a new entrance for Jinder Mahal, and kind of announce his presence, the Maharaja presence, the WWE champion, and then Jinder beats Mojo Rawley, meaning he's not going to be in the match. The Colognes versus the New Day, it's a really good match. New Day wins. Usos promo after the match. Did it look like to anybody else that those were purple belts? I thought those belts were blue. Like a darker blue, but under those lights, they looked purple. Anyway, I do want to state, the Usos, I love their new promo style that they're doing, and basically their promo styles now remind me of a Ultimate Warrior or Randy Savage promo from the 80s, where they just spew a whole lot of nonsense and it really doesn't make any sense, but man, is it really entertaining to listen to and to watch. So I gotta hand a lot of credit to them, because that stuff is just priceless to me. It's really entertaining. Kevin Owens and Shinsuke Nakamura, main event finishing the show. Nakamura pinning Owens. I don't like it. 3rd week in a row, your United States champion is getting pinned by this new guy, and I don't like it. Nakamura is new. He's getting all of these, the big production entrance, even like last week when other guys weren't getting it, or the week before that whenever they announced the Money in the Bank. I guess it was 2 weeks ago. And he's getting all of these packages and vignettes and stuff for him, and then he's going out and just constantly beating Kevin Owens. I mean, I guess next week they're going to have another rematch, and it'll be for the United States title. And Nakamura doesn't need to win that. He didn't need to win this time. And Baron Corbin attacked him at the end of days after the match. If they were going to do that, they could have not had a finish to the match. I mean, you're leading into Money in the Bank, and you don't have to have a finish to the match. I mean, anyway, I don't like it. That's just me. Lana, I want to mention on Talking Smack, because I just got through watching it, taking the whole ravishing nickname, which was fine with the ravishing Russian. That was different. Now she's just really going from a nickname to the gimmick, ravishing gimmick. The gimmick's been done. There's a guy in the Hall of Fame that used the gimmick to get to the Hall of Fame. This is WWE's fault. It's not Lana's. They don't need to do it. And Lana has been great. She's been phenomenal. I've put her over the moon several times. She knows how to sell as a manager and a valet for Rusev. She doesn't know yet how to cut a promo for her. This is going to be very key going forward if she's actually going to be wrestling. Now, I don't like the fact that she's being put into a title match for her debut match on the main roster, even though I know she's had matches in NXT on house shows and things. But I would rather her be in this match than in the Money in the Bank match, because she's inexperienced, and in a match where a large metal ladder, whether it's gimmicked or not, any of them, because you know there'll be several ladders, if you put somebody that is so inexperienced just in a match, just being a wrestler, a worker anyway, that's going to cause problems for the others who are experienced. Even someone like Carmella, who is not that experienced, I don't know how long she's been wrestling, but I mean, Tamina's been wrestling for 8 years or so, something like that, or at least since she started training. Natty's been wrestling for 15 years, 17, 18 years. Becky's been wrestling for 10 or 12 years, I think, off and on, probably longer than that. Charlotte, she hasn't been wrestling maybe about 5 years, but still she's had a lot of big time matches, so she's in this. So I mean, what are you going to say? You can't put Lana in that match, and I think WWE did a great thing by not inserting her into that match. So at least I'm happy about that, because if not, I'd have got on here and bitched and complained forever. Also, coming up very shortly, this is the list. This is the list of names that I come up with for my women's tournament. This list right here, and then some right here, and then there's, hold on, the one on the back. Don't ask me why there's just the one. This is the list of names right here that have been confirmed for the tournament. Not Viper, so that's not been confirmed yet. So I don't know. But this list, if you want to stop and actually try to read my chicken scratch handwriting, has been the names that are officially confirmed. And I say that confirmed by Mike Johnson of the PW Insider. So go tell Mike that you saw it here, and he'll probably get mad. He's already mad at me anyway. So anyway, that's all I've got. I will see you guys in a couple of days. I'm going to sit down and do a little bit more work on this list. I'm not going to go through why every person should be on this list, or why somebody didn't make the list, but I'm going to try to do my best to put over at least the top names, and there's a couple that I really think really deserve it over a lot of other people. So I'll do that. I'll get that to you in a couple of days. So until then, I'm out of here. Deuces as always. Cass out.